Hi, my name is Nen and I'm a senior genetics major here at UNH. I will be telling you all about the use of practice quizzing and how it can improve your academic performance. So, what is practice quizzing? Practice quizzing is a study strategy that enhances learning and retention by retrieving from your memory course information to which you have been exposed. For example, through lecture, reading, doing something in a lab, or even watching videos. This can be as simple as answering questions, deliberately recalling information, or bringing information to mind. By retrieving information from memory, or even attempting to, you increase the chances that you will recall the information in the future. Practice quizzing also helps you understand the gaps in your knowledge. If you failed to recall the right answers, then you can use this experience to guide additional study. Research on practice quizzing has demonstrated that this strategy consistently improves exam performance, especially compared to simply rereading the material, which is common but a less effective study strategy. So, how can you use practice quizzing? Practice quizzing can be incorporated into your study by having a study partner ask you questions, using questions embedded in your textbook and at the end of chapter tests, online quizzes, or even flashcards. In general, any attempt at recalling information from memory compared to simply rereading it again can be considered practice quizzing. However, there are some things you should consider when using practice quizzing in one of your courses. Practice quizzing is most effective for detailed, factual information like definitions, and even in applied circumstances, that is, when you take foundational information and apply it to a situation. But it can be less effective for complex conceptual information like physics principles, where other study strategies might be better indicated. Practice quizzing is most effective when you generate the answers to questions yourself, like short answer questions, but multiple choice questions are still quite effective, especially when you are practicing retrieving the information from more than one time. Practice quizzing should also be paired with feedback on whether or not the answer was correct, and spacing it out across multiple study sessions. Utilizing these components together will ensure that you are getting the most out of practice quizzing. Overall, practice quizzing is easy to use and can be very effective as long as you keep in mind the factors that maximize the potential learning benefits of practice quizzing. You can be confident that practice quizzing will improve your overall class performance. Now, let's complete a short review. Do your best to answer the questions about the material we just discussed. Why does retrieving information from your memory help learning? It provides practice recalling the material prior to your exam. This in itself is a learning event, and it identifies gaps in your learning, which can direct you to where you need to further focus your studies. What are some ways to incorporate practice quizzing into your study? You can have a study partner ask you questions, take advantage of embedded questions and end of chapter questions, complete online quiz questions, and make use of flashcards. What are some factors to consider when using practice quizzing? Think about the kind of material you are studying. Is it factual, applied, or complex concepts? Pay attention to feedback. How did you do? And you can look up the information you have not yet mastered. Space out time over your studies. That is, repeat practice quizzing a number of times over several days prior to your exam. Good work! This is the end of the review. Just by answering those 3 questions, you engaged in practice quizzing, and now you can use this strategy all on your own.